So, first question is, what was your previous career before you became a teacher?
I've had a lot of different careers, Raj. I worked as a construction worker. I worked at doing chemical spills and things like that with contaminated soil down in Pfizer in New Haven. I worked as a waiter. I worked as a teacher assistant, which is like a para, like Mrs. Scaling or Miss Ellis. And I also worked as a safety inspector. I inspected fire extinguishers all across the campus of the college that I went to. So I've had a lot of different jobs, but this is definitely the one that I like the best.
Why did you want to become a teacher?
That's a really complicated question. I'm not really going to give you a straight answer there. I come from a family of educators. My grandfather on my mother's side was a professor at Southern Connecticut State University. He taught history. My grandfather on my father's side was a principal at a middle school in New Haven. My mother's a special education teacher. Both of my grandmothers were teachers. I come from a family of teachers, so it's something that is just kind of part of my life, and I kind of grew up in a family like that, where education was really valued, and the older I got, the more I wanted to share that with other people, to just try to make their world better, because I really think that education kind of makes you a better person. You guys have a tremendous gift. I don't know if you guys realize this, but you guys can actually go to school, especially you ladies. You guys can go to school and not really worry about what's going to happen to you. You're not worried about getting kidnapped on your way back. You're not worried about getting killed for going to school, for learning something that's different. So really just being a part of that and really just trying to share education and share the history of the world is really something that I wanted to do.
Do you like being a teacher?
Love it. Love being a teacher. Come on. Think I just wake up every morning just dreading coming here, Logan? Of course I love being a teacher. I love just watching you guys learn and actually get a better understanding of the world around you and sharing Teddy and all of his greatness and all the legacies of him. But just watching your world expand as you understand the world around you a little bit better. That happens in science, that happens in health, that happens in math, but in history, you really kind of have a better understanding of where we came from as a society, whether it be as on a global scale with Europe and trade and everything like that, or whether it be American history. Like I told you in the beginning, this course this year in 8th grade, you can walk down the street and you can actually start to look at some of the things we've actually been talking about. Especially when you go into Moose Up and you look at all the mills and stuff like that. We just talked about the Industrial Revolution. You can get a sense of all those different things. So, and probably the best thing is watching you guys go to Washington, D.C. and actually getting to look at all the different monuments and things like that. And all of a sudden, they kind of clicks. Oh, we talked about that. So that's really good. I love being a teacher.
What college did you go to become a teacher?
I went to Eastern Connecticut State University over in Willimantic. I went there for about 4 years. And I loved it. It was great. I ran there. I did very well there. I loved all my professors. Go there. It's a great school.
What is your favorite class to teach at 7th and 8th grade?
That's
7A,
it.
7B, so on.
I'm not going to answer that. I like all of them, just for different reasons. So just like your parents love you, like you and all your siblings for different reasons. It's just you're all different people, and so you all bring different things to the table. And the dynamics or how you guys interact with one another, it's just different from class to class. I like all my classes. It's just for different reasons. You guys all have different personalities and things like that. Some of you are loud, some of you are quiet, some of you are a bit more of a pain in the butt than others. You know who I'm talking to. But you guys bring different things, and it's great. I love every single one of you. So go for it.
What is your favorite and least favorite subject other than what you teach?
Least favorite's easy. Math. Math is numbers are meaningless. It's garbage. Second favorite's probably gonna be language arts. I'm a language person. I always have been, always will be. If you put an equation or something like that in front of me, I can figure it out, but I don't get a sense of joy out of it. if you give me a history textbook, you give me like a book to read, I'll actually like enjoy it. So, you know, probably language arts would be the second one. Math, dead last. Close to Spanish though. Close to Spanish. Was never good at Spanish either. Really didn't like that.
What was your dream job when you were a kid?
I was weird. I watched a lot of documentaries about nature and things like that, so I had like this dream of like being like a biologist. But then I grew up and realized I was really bad at science, so that wasn't going to work out for me because you kind of have to be good at science in order to be a biologist. So I became a teacher instead because I always really liked social studies anyways, and it always kind of clicked for me. So it was just kind of a natural path.
Did one of your teachers inspire you?
I told you I come from a family of educators, so they kind of inspired me to go down this path. But if I was to pick people within the school system, it wasn't necessarily teachers. It was more of coaches. I had some coaches when I ran track and cross country in high school. Mr. Rude, who really kind of helped me get through like some really difficult times when I was there. And he like really kind of never gave up on me, and he was a really fun guy. Still talk to him too, because he's a teacher as well, obviously, and he's a really good person.
Last question. Do you still connect with your previous teachers?
Yeah, I talked to. I'm gonna go see one this weekend. Actually, I'm gonna go see. He was a coach, but I took one of his classes too. Coach Terry. So I'm gonna go see him. Like I told you before, I kind of stayed in contact with Mr. Rude, who was my cross-country coach in high school, and I kind of bounce ideas off to him as well. I do, but just not as frequently as I should, because they did have kind of a big impact on me. That's about it right there.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.